It's go time. It's go time. Good luck, everybody, on the Nintendo trivia. I'll explain the charity before we kick off, and obviously we'll cover it again during the session. But just letting you know, the Nintendo is the trivia theme tonight. It is for charity. It is for Starlight Foundation, which is a charity that supports sick kids and their families and does amazing work. And we'll talk about them a bit more as the trivia night goes on. And even better, when we're done, this Kahoot goes directly to Rochelle Sparkle, who's one of the community coordinators with Starlight Foundation, and it goes directly to the Captain Starlights who use it with kids in hospital. So it's win-win. We'll have a good time. Hopefully we'll raise a few dollars, because this is my last stream before I go on hiatus waiting to welcome a new baby into the world. So fingers crossed, a few of you have a good time, have a few spare dollars, and maybe we can tip the funds raised over the new goal. We've already smashed the original one. Imagine what we could achieve if I could do it for a month. Oh, maybe that's what we should have called the first episode, Miss Snack. It's all in the Discord, Fluffy, but we are welcoming a new baby Sparhawk / Sparhawkette in the next 4 weeks. Maybe I'll catch you up on that at the end of the trivia, or during. Actually, let's talk during intermission. So for those of you that don't know, Starlight Foundation are an amazing children's charity. If you use the code !charity at any point during tonight's proceedings, you'll get the link and the information. Bub hasn't come yet, Fluffy. It's about 4 weeks away. 3 or 4 weeks. No, 4. Due late April, early May. They've got a bit of a sliding scale on the due date at the moment as to when they reckon it's going to come. So there's no points on this one. There's a practice question next. It doesn't have any points. So this is what you'll see as we go through. For those who haven't played a Kahoot or a Kahoot quiz, anyone who wants to join, the !pin command will give you the link. You'll see questions like this. Sometimes they'll be slow reveal pictures. Sometimes they'll be audio. Sometimes they'll be picture will have nothing to do with the question, but you'll be asked a question. As soon as you answer, based on when the little option comes up on your device, you tap the corresponding symbol or color. I use symbols because I'm not good with the colors, and you will get points for the correct answers for the questions that contain points. This question doesn't have any points. True, custard damage. What happened, Snack? What happened? What are you FMLing over? Alright, 2 people are ready, 2 aim to beat the Egginator. So this is how it will work. And as soon as everybody answers the question will stop, or you'll have a minute to answer the question. So Egg was the fastest answer, followed by Bean, Lawless, and I nearly kicked you out, Fluffing Udders. So let's do it. Oh, did I put 2 of these in? I'm an idiot. This one might actually have questions. No, this won't have points attached to it. Surely not. Oh, I didn't even notice it. Good, no points. Excellent. Now we're into the points. So what was Nintendo's first game system? Was it the GameCube, Nintendo Entertainment System, Color TV game system, or Genesis? It was the Color TV game system. That was a hard question to start with, I'm not going to lie. They're not all that hard. So they had a very early, small run before they hit the big time. So, what year was the arcade game Donkey Kong released? And that's it there in all of its 8-bit glory. It was 1981. Well done to those of you got that correct. Fluffy and Egg. Fluffy, top of the leaderboard at the moment. GG's. So which of the following was one of the playable games on the Nintendo Game & Watch system? I was so jealous of a kid at school who had one of these. Sorry, Snack. I wish I could do more about my crappy internet, hey. It was a game called Fire. Don't worry, there is a mix of old and new and hard and medium and easy questions. So what is the most recent game in the Super Mario series? And there's way too much to read there, but I'll try and get through it before everyone answers. So was it Mario Kart 8 Deluxe? Oh, no, we've all answered. So apparently Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury is the most recent game to come out in the Super Mario series. Bugger, I thought that was one you guys would get. So Pokemon players, I have no idea what any of this means, but I went looking for Pokemon trivia and this is one of the ones that came up. So which of the following is a Pokemon found in the Kalos region? I'm probably not pronouncing that right. Well done, Bunnelby. That was the picture of it. I actually put the picture in because I had no idea what a Bunnelby was. GG's. Hoi. Changing of the guard with that one. So which game did the line "do a barrel roll" originally come from? It was one of those 4 Nintendo games. It was Star Fox 64. Nice work. Oh, Lawless has moved up into top spot. This is so close. That is such a close cluster. So what year was Nintendo founded? So 1789, 1889, 1989, or 2009? Don't try and read too much into the picture. I just went looking for a Nintendo building. That's an American one. Don't base your guess on that. I'll be shocked if by the end of this quiz you feel the same way, Egg. So 1889 it was founded. Well done, Bean and Egg. Bean, top of the leaderboard. Look at this. Will Bean reprise her Marvel Villains trivia? So in Animal Crossing, which currency do you use to pay back Tom Nook for your startup supplies? And there he is there. Is it Nook coins, miles, points, or dollars? If you're playing along at home, Snack, tick your, tally up your correct answers, then you can at least compare how many you got right to how many the winner gets right if you want. Nook miles. There you go. Lawless and Bean. Look at you go, Bean. So what was the first ever product to be made and distributed by Nintendo? Was it ivory 6-sided dice, cartridges for Sega games, handheld game consoles, or playing cards? I have asked this question in a previous trivia event. Let's see who remembered. Well done, whoever got playing cards. It was the Nintendo company, 1889. They made playing cards. I nearly said another bit of trivia that I can't remember if I put a question in or not. Look how close that is. Bean, hold on to that lead. So which Legend of Zelda game is that picture from? So it's apparently Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. Well done. Snacks in. So, bonus question. Donkey Kong was one of the first games to allow players to which of those 4 things? Was it jump, emote, play on their phone, or eat food? It was Jump. Well done. Oh, there's so much trivia I want to talk about here, but I can't remember if I put it in as questions or not. Lawless has just pipped Bean for the lead there on that one. So that's the first round. First one's in the books. Don't worry, there's still plenty more questions to go. 72 questions, we're only at 15. For those who have just come in, the charity link is there if you want to read up more, and if you've got to spare a couple of bucks by the end of this and you have a good time and you get a bit of entertainment, it'd be great if you could follow that link and send your donations directly to Starlight Foundation. None of it goes through me. That's the info. We're not at intermission. We are going to keep on playing, but that's the charity you're supporting, and they're a charity that does amazing work supporting sick kids and their families in hospitals all over Australia. That's the other win-win about a trivia night, Lawless. Even if you don't know all the answers, you'll learn from the ones you don't know, and then you're even better prepared at your next trivia night. All right, now this this is a very much tongue-in-cheek at our first trivia, at a superhero trivia night. The old timers will remember it. So we are going to be looking at silhouettes of Nintendo things, and you're going to try and get the right answer. And Egg, you're making me laugh. You rolled a natural 1 on that first round, you reckon? Alright, so Lawless going in the lead. So remember, we're looking at the silhouettes. The faster you can identify them, the better. Geez, that silhouette's not really showing up very well against that background, is it? Far out. I probably should have put them on a white background instead of a transparent one. It is Waluigi. Oh, 100%. That's their first 100%er. Lesson learned about making the pictures transparent. Bean, back in the lead. Oh, looks like I didn't make them all transparent. So, who is this character? Look, I can't even remember who's in Mario Kart, Bean, so my fingers are crossed for you that your Mario Kart knowledge actually helps with all of the silhouettes. Because I cast a broad net, I think. It was Donkey Kong. Well done. So you guys are kicking ass on silhouettes. And to anyone who answered it, no, there's not going to be 37 silhouettes. Alright. Another one's might be a little bit tricky on the darkish background. But remember, it's most important to get it right. How fast you get it right is a secondary consideration. So is this Prince Slimer, Queen Pac-Woman, King Boo, or Prince Wario? Actually, I've had so many conversations about this, right? Let's see what you guys think in chat. I did, Egg. I did. But when I tested, it was on a much smaller, like the test screen is a lot smaller. And I also had Dante in his class test it. And we didn't pick this up on our testing. So, sorry, it was King Boo. Bean is holding the lead. Egginator has moved up into second place. Ooh, it's getting spicy. Fluffy's on a 7 correct answer streak. So have we got here Impa, Link, Zelda, or Ganon? Now my question, so is Wario or Wario, like Mario? I have had that conversation so many times. I'm interested to know which pronunciation you guys go with. So Wario. Okay. I did pronounce it right. Look, that's how I think it is, because War on its own is pronounced that way. And Ma on its own is pronounced that way for Mario. Grats everybody. This is such a tight leaderboard. Hopefully the delay's not too bad, Snack. Another one without the white background, sorry folks. So, Wario, Yoshi, Bowser, or Koopa? So what I was saying for 2egg is that, like on my screen, this is looking really clear. But I was just thinking, I was looking at it, that on a mobile or something like that, this could be difficult with that background. And when you test it in Kahoot, it's a much smaller, mind you, it's a smaller screen. It looked really clear, so it was Bowser. My first trivia. Sure. Oh no, Fluff. I had to throw a couple in there to just see if I could trip people up. That leaderboard's looking tight. Alright, who we got on the next one? One for you Pokemon people. Now it's one of these. I don't know what any of these are. Flareon, Umbreon, Sylveon, or Eevee. There you go, Bean. So I like Eevee. I think Eevee's cute. So I googled like variations of Eevee, and these are all apparently variations of Eevee I learned. And that one looked cute with the bows in its hair. I make some complicated decisions on trivia nights sometimes, so they're deeply thought out. Well done on the maintaining of the leaderboard. So we got Goomba, Toad, Koopa, or Yoshi. That's Goomba, Koopa, Toad, or Yoshi. Jolteon. I'm going to guess that that's a Lightning Eevee Lawless. There we go. There's a whole channel in the Discord dedicated to what Pokemon is that. Oh no. Did you jump the gun, Bean? Well, it looks like a couple of people did. How did that shape up the leaderboard? Oh, dramatic changes. So 3 people on 11,000. It's still throw a blanket over the top though. Yeah, the Bowser and Wario one was similar, I think. So is this Gore, Chozo, Samus, or Ridley? Oh wow, there was one key part of the image tile reveal. It was a bit giveaway there. You guys nailed that one quick. It was Samus. Egg has hit the lead. It took you a while to get there. Google it. I'm sure you two will find it. So, is this Don Draper, Tom Nook, Don Rook, or Nom Took? I mean, it could be Egg. You're just breaking the Kahoot with your speed bean. The speed bean. It was Tom Nook. Another change in leaderboard. Fluffy has moved up into 3rd place. Alright, so we've got Luigi, Wario, Sonic, Mario. Who have we got there? I just realised how much he looked like the, I forget his name, the Fix-It guy in Wreck-It Ralph. The silhouette rounds just not, the slow reveals just not your jam. You'll have some speedy ones. I just realised it then, Lawless. I forget the guy's name. It was Mario. Sorry, I was just trying to work out what my dog rolled into. My puppy is asleep beside me here. Alright, Lawless back in the lead. Oh, sorry, holding the lead. Sorry. So the ordering one is top to bottom now instead of left to right. So at the top, you're going to put the least games sold in a franchise. At the bottom, you're going to put the most games sold in the franchise. Least at the top, most at the bottom. Please make sure of that before you submit. Oh, excuse me. So this one surprised me. This one really did. I honestly thought that the Donkey Kong franchises would have sold more than Zelda. So who got that one right? Bean. I only one who got it right. Well, you can read the question as well. I went back and forth trying to figure out which way to go with that question. Well, you got to read it too. Okay, so just a quick link to the charity, because there's only a few of you playing, so I won't dawdle about. We do have an intermission at halftime, so anyone who, I don't say anyone else, I don't smoke. Anyone who needs to go and grab a smoke or a drink or a pee, you will be able to do that at halftime, but we are not at halftime yet. But please make sure that you either read the question or listen to the question. All right, where are we at for round 3? Hey, Red. I did it like a pyramid egg. The smallest at the top and the biggest at the bottom. Like that. But considering it, next time I do a trivia night, they've only just changed this in Kahoot, so I was tossing up which way to do it. Oh no. Well, Lawless, hopefully we can get most of the way through this. If you got until 11, 25 minutes to get through the rest of these questions. Let's see how we go. Oh, I vaguely remember doing something with an egg, yeah. Alright, well, you're number 1 at the moment going into this round, Lawless. Okay, so what was the best-selling game for the Nintendo Game Boy? That old-fashioned thing there that I always wanted and my cousin had and I was never allowed to have one. Oh, actually, I probably was allowed, but it was never bought for me and I couldn't afford my own. Yes, Bean, that's the original Game Boy. And it was one of Bean's favourite games, Tetris. They are like bricks, Bean. They're like 4 iPhones stacked on top of each other and half again as wide as the biggest iPhone. Yeah, it was Tetris, which is one of the highest selling video games of all time and highest money earning because of all the arcade games. I'm terrible at Tetris, Bean. Okay, so Nintendo games famously have code names during development. What was the code name for the GameCube? So if you haven't seen a GameCube, that's it there. Oh yeah, the screen burns are bad. Well, if you've still got one now that works, I imagine that the screen burn is bad. Yes, That's the Nintendo GameCube. It was the dolphin, which I think was to do with its colour. I think. Which, I don't know, shark would have been the same as well. But that was its code name during development. Oh, I didn't know that, Egg, but that makes sense. They built those things to last, hey, Game Boys. Alright, SNES. Which of those four does it stand for? Or is it the fourth one? No other meaning, it's just SNES. You're doing great, Beam. I imagine you haven't. I haven't used it in a while. Yes, Super Nintendo Entertainment System. See, did any of you ever refer to it as the SNES, or did you call it the Super NES? There's kind of two distinct groups with this. People I've realised that no one refers to them the same way. Always SNES? It seems to be the popular opinion. Yep. SNES. Come and play me SNES, brah. Except no one talked like that during SNES days. The other one was Super Nintendo as well. I know it often got shortened to that. Awesome, Bean. I'm glad that you agree with SNES too. Okay. Which year did Nintendo win an Emmy for their original controller for the revolutionary D-pad design? The D-pad's that design that you see on controllers now, where you have like the left, right, up, down. Essentially the button that looks, the pad that looks like a cross. Every controller has one. No, not the joystick. The D-pad was what they called the controller that had the cross and the buttons from the original Nintendo. And it was 2007. It was actually a retrospective. Well, it originally started as 2, but the D-pad, if you Google Nintendo D-pad, it is normally, no, not the ABXY, the left, down, left, right, up, down, the cross button. Go bloody Google it. I knew I should have put a picture of one there instead of bloody Mario going headbanging. Oh, for shit's sake. Oh, we don't have a swear jar, but Egg. Let me swear during PG. Yoshi's Crafted World is exclusive to which Nintendo console? It is one of those 4. I love that you can put anime gifs in Kahoots now. It was for the Switch. Well done, whoever got that right. Didn't change the leaderboard, but a few people got it right. Egg still in the lead. Looks like you're learning a bit more about Nintendo, Egg. So, which was the first N64 game to support the Rumble Pack? Again, I had to play all this stuff on friends and relatives. I never had the joy of a console. It was such a good game, Lawless, hey. Such a good game. So Star Fox was the first one that actually supported the Rumble Pack. When you get the golden gun though in GoldenEye, you had that one bullet, that insta-kill. Egg, didn't was it you or someone else who brought GoldenEye down to play at one of the LANs at one point? So there's a Game Boy there from behind being, and that's where the cartridges used to sit. But which was the most expensive Nintendo console ever out of those four? See, I used to play GoldenEye a bit with my cousin, but he was just so much better than me, the one who owned the Nintendo. But we used to play so much like Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. It was the Nintendo Wii Supreme. Now, I'm not going to talk about that just yet. I will in a little bit, but I have another question that relates to this. The bonus question. So why was the Nintendo Wii Supreme worth so much? Well done to those of you that selected all of them. Inflation, that's a funny answer, Egg. So they made 3 of those Nintendo Wii Supremes. Their buttons were made of diamonds, and it was 22 karat gold. The whole thing was handcrafted out of 22 karat gold for every part that could be within the Wii electronics, and all 3 of them worked as well. And that's the controllers as well, 22 karat gold. It is a pretty standard school lesson, isn't it, Bean? I didn't change the leaderboard, but it did change the scores. Oh, Egg. It would have been so heavy. It cost 43,000 US dollars. No, sorry, 430,000 US dollars. So the Nintendo 3DS was released in which year? It was in the 2000s. It is since you've been alive, Bean. For once, we've got a question while you've been alive. So yeah, over $500,000 Australian for the Nintendo Wii Supreme. $2014. Didn't get any right answers. It didn't change the leaderboard. Bugger, I like it when there's ones that are hard like that, but one person gets it right and it changes the whole leaderboard around. So which light gun shooter game was developed by Nintendo for the... should I say what the acronym means? I can't remember if I've used it later. For the NES game console in 1984. Was it Wii Sports, Duck Hunt, The Sheriff, or 2013? Well done, Duck Hunt. It wasn't Wii Sports, it wasn't The Sheriff, and it wasn't some futuristic game called 2013. It actually was, but I saw it there in testing and left it there, Egg. It was originally an error that got left in, so I'm like, nah, let's see if anyone hits it. If not, it gives them a freebie guess between 3. Thanks very much, Fluffy. I'll be around the community. I just won't be streaming until we get the new baby Sparhawk or Sparhawkette settled in at home, and you know exactly what it's like, into the new routines, etc. And then I'll definitely be resuming. D&D will be the very first thing that will be resuming once I start streaming again. The D&D crew will be the first to know when I'm back on deck, because I'm so excited about Dungeons and Dragons. So, which not-so-portable console was a flop for Nintendo in 1995? When it says not-so-portable, this isn't a spoiler, it's an explanation. It was because it was sold and marketed as a portable console, and it was not. And it was the Virtual Boy, that giant brick of a thing. It was the year before 1996 Bean. Uh, when I was in high school, and you weren't even a passing thought in your parents' brains. Thanks, Fluffy. Best of luck with your two as well, and I'll definitely catch up. You'll be around. You'll be online. We'll touch base, and I'll definitely let you know when there's news and movement. Alright, which console did Nintendo license a portable CD-ROM drive for and then cancel the contract preferring cartridges? It's still in a sack. Thank you for keeping that PG. I think it's even worse when it's PG. That made me laugh. It really does. Oh no, Lawless, see what you're saying is that we might have a change in the leaderboard here. I knew that was coming, Bean. Compact disc read-only memory. It's the drive if you have any DVD movies. The discs look like the DVDs, but they were much lower capacity, or CDs. Oh, gotcha, Lawless. And it was the SNES, so this was licensed to have a CD-ROM drive, and then Nintendo decided not to. Sorry, Ben. It's you know how when you go past stores like Sanity and they have music CDs on the shelves? A CD-ROM drive would have discs that look like music CDs, but they had games on them. I don't think we're helping. So 30A, who manufactured the failed Nintendo CD-ROM drive and then developed their own console using it? So who did Nintendo effectively turn into one of their competitors? And there you go, Bean. That's a compact disc. I don't remember putting that in, but I put that animated GIF in. So I must have been subconsciously thinking of you and your youth, Bean. Oxford's come back in for that one. Because that was a surface they developed that let the information be burned in, the ones and the zeros, so that essentially a laser would read it as a 1 or a 0 as a ridge or a trough on the disc, and it would spin around. And very prone to scratching. We're doing old tech lessons, are we? While I'm off. Oh dear. Egg is maintaining his lead. Lawler's still in the top 3. Okay, we're going to have to do some show and tell for these ones, Bean. Now look, read this question, people. Rank these Nintendo consoles from oldest at the top to most recent at the bottom by year of release. So the oldest console goes at the top, the most recent goes at the bottom. I think there's going to be some thinking about at least 2 of these. I reckon most of you are going to get what the oldest is, and most of you are going to get the most recent. It's what you put in the middle I'm interested in. Yes, Egg's explanation is a fantastic one. Maybe you could do an exchange, Oxford, so instead of money changing hands, or in addition to the money changing hands, you could get an art lesson and she could get a old tech lesson at the same time. Was GameCube PS1 generation? I don't actually know the answer to that, Lawless. That's a good question. Oh, I would have thought if it was out of the two of them, it would have been the PlayStation 1. Okay. There you go. Excellent. 64 was a PlayStation 1. I was wrong. Okay. So we've got a 5-minute intermission. I'm going to be quiet while this video plays.
Oliver's quite the clown. He likes people to laugh at him. He likes putting on a bit of a show and yeah, anything to get a laugh out of people. Oliver was born healthy, normal. He was a pretty good baby. He didn't like to sleep very much. The day he got sick was a really normal day. In the morning, we'd just gone for a nice bushwalk. And he'd actually fallen in a river at the time, and we thought it was a bit unco and a little bit clumsy of him, but we didn't really think much more of it. He went to sleep when we got home, so I called the doctor, and by the time I was in the car driving to just our local GP, he was crying and screaming. She just said, keep going down the hill to our local hospital. That's when they said, look, we're thinking it might be Guillain-Barré. His paralysis was coming from his legs up, and with Guillain-Barré they're worried that it might go and affect your breathing. He just was covered in tubes. He had incredible pain that we really struggled to get under control.
When Oliver was quite sick the first couple of weeks in hospital and he couldn't leave his bed, all the therapy was done around his bedside. So therefore, every time someone came in, it was either physio, occupational, or it was a doctor, or it was someone to check his tubes. It became a pain the moment they knocked on the door. And it was just so lovely when someone did knock on the door and we were able to say, it's the Starlight captains. And the change in that little boy's face to see someone come in that wasn't going to hurt, wasn't going to poke, wasn't going to prod, was just going to make him laugh, was wonderful.
When Oliver was sick of doing physio and OT, the captains would help him with that by doing certain activities. So one of the captains, he said, I'll learn how to walk on my hands if you learn to walk again. So they had this ongoing little in-joke, and every time we were in the room, you know, he would practice, he would try, and in the end he did walk, so that was really great.
Poppy would take him to the Starlight room, and the chaos that went on in that Starlight room with the captains was unbelievable. I'd be receiving videos of what was going on. In the end, I'd have to turn up at 5 to 7 and say, time's up, this little boy needs a rest, and so do the captains.
The captains have changed Ollie's idea of the hospital. We still have to go back for a lot of appointments, and we base it around the Starlight room. We say, oh, you're going back to see the Starlight captains.
The laughter and the fun that they had in that Starlight room just made the day so much easier for all the trauma that he'd been through. So at the end of the day, it always finished on a happy, positive note.
And then Ollie was granted a Starlight wish. Ollie wished that he wanted to go on a family holiday, and he really wanted to swim with some dolphins. It was so great for our family, just seeing him so happy and smiling and laughing, and getting just to spend time together when we'd spent so long apart was just really lovely. I think the highlight for Ollie was definitely getting to go to the theme parks. He got treated like a celebrity, which he really loved. He loved all the attention and the fun. I think he was pretty keen on being a dolphin trainer for a little while there, so we'll see how that goes.
When I think about going back to the hospital, you know, all these emotions come up, and I'm obviously not looking forward to it. But Oliver, he actually only has good memories of the hospital. Whenever I bring up or anyone brings up the hospital, he goes, oh, remember when I got these toys, or remember when I went to the Christmas pantomime.
For anyone that supports or is thinking of supporting Starlight, you don't know until you're in those shoes, sitting in that hospital with a sick child. You get all emotional. They really need the Starlight room, because it not only helps the child get better, it helps the family stay together and be positive, and the happiness just overwhelms them.
Let's try that again. They do such an amazing job. Starlight Foundation, they really do. Yeah, no, I've unmuted myself, thank you. I'm sorry that my little PayPal window popped up. While the video was playing, I sent through a few of my dollars that I had aside for this campaign, and also the bits that people donated over the last week, which were just over 1,200 bits. So they've been sent through, and I think we are $2 away from the latest goal. So hopefully at the end of this, if someone's got $2 and we can tip over the 725, that'd be amazing. But yeah, it's stories like this that make Starlight Foundation so good. They do so much more than just the feel good stuff for the kids in the hospitals. They do accommodation. They do care for parents and families. They do like the Make-A-Wish Foundation type stuff as well. They do incredible work, and they're just the most caring bunch of people that work in the foundation. So any chance I get, I'll always do what I can to help them out. So now the audio is going to stay up for this one because it is an audio. Now, sorry if you just partially lost an eardrum. I needed to make it as loud as I could while I'm in this stage, and now I will adjust as we go. So remember, listen. I won't talk while the video and audio is playing. Good luck, everyone. Sorry, Oxford. Yep, Super Mario Brothers. Well done. I got a feeling that we're going to go quite quickly with these. Just the left one. Yeah, sorry about that. Probably should have warned you before I did that, but now hopefully everybody's awake. I'm so sorry. Wow, you guys are answering these quickly. Well done. Zelda tunes. We might get this done by the time you have to go, Lawless, at this rate. Was Tetris. I know how much you love Zelda. Egg, do you remember me bringing Zelda in on the Wii when I'd get stuck? I'd bring it into the lands so you could help me with the bits I got stuck with? Aw, thank you, Oxford, for gifting that to Bean. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Welcome back, Bean. You'll have to see Twitch for that one, Oxford. It was Banjo-Kazooie. Looks like your knowledge is coming through a bit more in the second half, Egg. How you can get that with the Pokemon ones. I never played the Pokemon games, so I got nothing apart from Pokemon Go. It's a Pokemon Emerald. Well done. Lawless and Egg. Well done. Some of them are shorter than others. That was just from the source material, guys. I did not record these out of the games. Yeah, some of them are really short with the different videos, Egg. I never played it, Lawless. Is it good? I'm guessing you love it. I'm guessing it is. Grats, Egg, still holding down that lead. I thought I was hearing things, Oxford, you bugger. You bugger. I thought I was only hearing things that was part of the thing. I went, no, there's no knocking in the themes. It was Splatoon. That had a really big burst of popularity in schools at one point, Splatoon. Well done with Xenoblade Chronicles, Egg and Lawless. Are you delivering the court letter for your hearing loss, Oxford? Sorry, dude. An easier one for that one is Kirby. Look at the picture, people. Yeah, I figured there was a misclick in there. So Impatient Beam was Isabella. Still tight here. Beam is speed. Yeah, sorry, Lawless. So, bonus question. What year did Mario first receive an in-game voice actor for dialogue? Oh, thank you, Oxford. 92, 81, 91, or 82? Thank you for doing that. See, 1992 was when Mario received a voice actor. Now, stay on this theme. Because I want to know what type of game did Mario first have a voice in? Oh, sorry, I can turn the audio down now. Nah, you can power through 666. We got you, Ox. It was a pinball machine. That was the first place that Mario had a voice. I would have thought it was one of the arcade consoles. Well done on getting that one, Egg. So we've got one round to go. No, you can't start banning people, Ox. This is it, guys and girls. This is the final round. Yeah, fair enough, Egg. You played enough of my trivia. You're starting to get a handle on my trivia. Well, you can. It's your channel, Ox. But you shouldn't. You should let people come and give you love and support. And maybe shoot for 6,666. Or 1,666. Alright, let's go. One round to go. Egg's in the lead, Lawless behind him, Bean after that. So what console does this controller go to? Let's see, this here, this is the D-pad. Well, it's not the same, but it lets people show you their love and support and lets your community find more people that give you love and support. By the way, Star Wars is kicking Star Trek's ass. Rodham's going to be so upset. Well, then you got to let the followers build up, Oxford. So you stop banning at 666. And that was a Super Nintendo Entertainment System SNES controller. Egg maintaining his lead. I think he does, because we've got to get him to 2000 to get the cam on. So, when did Pac-Man first appear with Mario? Was it in Mario Kart Arcade GP, Pac-Man World Rally, Super Smash Brothers for Wii? Oh, you've answered before I even finished reading all the questions. Okie dokie. It was Mario Kart. Or Mario Kart Arcade GP specifically. GG's. You gotta follow him now. He's sad. So, who's this Legend of Zelda character? Skull Kid, Groose, Girahim, or Link? It was Girahim. G's on that one. Lawless and Egg. Lawless is hanging on to finish this off. We're nearly there, Lawless. 63 of 72. So which Metroid game did Meta Ridley first appear in? It was Metroid Prime. Lawless and Egg stretching their lead here. So what was the first Sonic the Hedgehog game for a Nintendo system? This is where that study will pay off. Oh, Lawless, don't be late for your train. It doesn't show, Bean, I don't know. It was Sonic Advance. That was Sonic tapping his toe. Oh, you boys are stretching your lead here. That's not a bad topic suggestion, Red. So, who is the final boss of Kid Icarus Uprising? I'm glad it paid off on that question for you, Egg. We're nearly at the end of the trivia, but we're going to do some marbles and music, and that's where we will finish the evening out until it's raid time. So, if you just swung in and you're just chilling, feel free to join us for some marbles afterwards. We're nearly at the end of the trivia. GG's Bean. So which professional boxer was featured in the game Punch-Out? And before anyone ats me, read the options. There was one specifically who was the main focus for that game. What do you mean marbles again? We always do marbles after trivia night, if we have time. It was Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. It was Mike Tyson. I'm sure on that one. Oh, serious, Oxford? So Luigi is what relation to Mario? Younger brother, older brother, twin brother, or cousin? Well, it won't be for super long, Oxford. That I can tell you, because I don't have 2 hours in me. He is the younger brother of Mario. No, not cousin. Which Nintendo games caused enough injuries in kids to result in an $80 million settlement? Both on the stalk. No. So I thought I'd get a bunch with Wii Sports. It was Mario Party. The Mario Party games. Lovers. They're brothers. When did the first Nintendo World Championships happen? You know what, Ben? I just realized there is a real dearth of Wii Sports questions, isn't there? We'll have to revisit some of those specifically. I love Wii Sports. I am a tennis guru at Wii Sports. I'll 1v1 anyone at Wii Sports. GG's, I'm maintaining that lead, Egg. So true or false? The word Nintendo was created from the initials of its development team. True or false? It was false. You got the cheat modes for the Wii Sports Tennis. I know some exploits too, Oxford. Oh no, Bean. So this is it, the last one. Who created Mario? Masahiro Sakurai, Satoru Iwata, Shigeru Miyamoto, Reggie Fils-Aimé. Bean is fast. I'm still confident, Bean. I would accept that challenge. It was Shigeru Miyamoto. So that is the end of the trivia night. I play real tennis too, Bean, but you don't swing in Wii tennis like you do in real tennis. I learnt that real fast. So this is the charity campaign. I know many of you have heard the story of my connection with Starlight Foundation. So yeah, I know you got to go. Thank you very much, Lawless. So this is the scoreboard. Again, a little bit of a commute. GG's egg. I'll be honest, I thought you would have I thought you were definitely shoo-in for that one with how much I know you're into Nintendo. But well done, everybody. Well done.